to me. I don't understand why it is so hard to have one small request. Love. My miserable search for true love began 4 years ago. I started searching for true love in every possible way, such as online, friends, and even the kind that I hated the most, blind dates. One day, dear audience, my good friend set me up on a date with her co-worker and told him to call me on the same day. When he called, I took a deep breath and answered. Hello? Hi, I'm Tom, and I'm your present from God. Hi Tom, I'm Lita. It is nice to know you. True. Tom, can you tell me something about yourself? I'm very tall, yes. Modest, yes. And very independent. I live in a building with a swimming pool. Do you want to meet me? Yes! On the same evening, we arranged to meet in a coffee place. When I arrived, I suddenly heard someone calling my name. Lita? Yes? No. So he isn't big. Let's say that at the age of 5, his height hormones retired. But that's okay. No one is perfect. He started talking about himself only, not modest at all. And one of his topics was the building with the swimming pool that he lives in and how nicely decorated his room. I responded, Do you live with a roommate? He answered, Yes, 2 roommates, genetic roommates, Mommy and Daddy. Again, oh no. Don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with someone who lives with his parents, but I realized that he wasn't being honest with me about anything. So I told him goodbye, forever. I was sad and hopeless, once again. I cried for 4 long hours about many things that went wrong on that date, as well as on my previous failed date, but most of all, about not finding my true love. On that lowest point, I knew that I have 2 options. Or to give up on true love, or to keep going until I found it. I chose the second option, but knew that from now on, it has to be different. I need to invent a creative way to lead me to my goal. After 3 days of long thinking, I created a new method, the triple F. Fantasy, fact, and focus. First, I started with the first and second F and combined them together. Called it the fact and fantasy list. This list is a table with all the criteria which I want my true love to have. First, I started with the fantasy list and wrote down more than 20 items about all the things that I really fantasized to find in my true love. I wanted to order my true love like I was ordering a pizza, with all the extra flavors. For example, height, above 170, eyes, green, education, master's degree and above. And the most important thing, who thinks that I'm perfect. After finishing the fantasy column, I moved on to the fact column and wrote down the same criteria, but changed it to the lowest requirement this person should be suited for me. For example, height, fantasy, above 170, fact, above 165, eyes, green, eyes, any color is okay. Education, master degree and above. Education, undergraduated, that's okay. Who thinks that I'm perfect? Who thinks that I'm perfect? This is must for a girl. After finishing the whole list, 2 things were clear. What are the things that I really want? And where are my limits? This column, the fact column, was necessary, especially after acknowledging that the man from my fantasy list, Tom Cruise, and Lita were already married. When the first F and the second F finished, now I could move on to the third F. Focus. I need to stay focused on the list and go out on a date with men who suit the criteria only. And when the right opportunity appears, I will be ready for it, recognize it, and go for it. I started go on so many focused dates, sometimes 2 dates a night. I already wore my makeup and put some clothes, so why to waste it? And after 50 dinners, 20 breakfasts, and 100 coffees, I finally found my true love. Hallelujah! I found a man for my fantasy and fact list. And he has everything that I wanted in this list, except of one. He doesn't think that I'm perfect at all, but he accepts me for who I am, which is more important. When I found my man, I felt like a winner in a life marathon. The tender happiness, I was so thankful and proud of myself. The tender warmness that I felt was like the sun warming my soul and whispering to my ears that it is my time to shine. My dear audience, I'm encouraging you to try the Triple F tool. It suits to any topic, for finding a new apartment, to look for a new home, and so on. Give it a chance. First, write the list. Write the fact and fantasy list. And then you know what are the things that you really want and your limits. Then stay focused. And then move on to the third F. Stay focused. Stay focused on the list until the best opportunity appears. Randy Ralph said, luck is where opportunity meets preparation. The Triple F will give you the best preparation, because the Triple F will give you a good luck no matter what. It was my love story, and my fantasized husband sits in 2 places right now. Here and in this cry chair master.